This is a tutorial on how to add and edit virtual tours for your website. On your website, you're going to have a section under featured properties, typically, that says featured virtual tours and featured open houses. These are virtual tours that are either your properties or your company's properties, and open houses that are yours and your company's. They are not through the MLS. Unless the MLS has that data as a live feed for your IDX, it's not going to be on your website. And so the best way to do this is to update it yourself in your IDXBroker. The way to do that is to come into your IDXBroker, and you're going to go to Listings and Active. And here's where you're going to manage your active listings that are in the MLS. Active listings are listings that have been added to the MLS, and this is where you go to edit these listings to add more information to them. So if, for instance, your MLS only allows you to put 10 pictures per listing, you can actually come in here and edit your listings and add 20 photos or however many you want. So this is how you're going to add your virtual tours in your open houses. We're going to start with 1300 Highway 290 as our example. And when you're here, you're going to simply come over here to Virtual Tour, and where it says 0, we're going to click the link, and you're going to go ahead and add the link in here. Now, I don't currently have a virtual tour for this property, so I can't show you the example for that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put a link in here just to show you the example. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to make sure Virtual Tour Enabled says yes. I'm going to give it a width and a height, so you can do whatever you want. You can say maybe 750 by 500, whatever looks good. You're going to check your work when you're done, so you can adjust this as needed. Virtual tour description is just going to say virtual tour. Virtual tour text, you can say click here to view our virtual tour for this property. And alternative text could be more of a description showing pictures of the inside and outside of inside and outside, whatever it might be. Just give it a little bit of a description and then submit. The open house is the same thing. So I'm going to edit both so that when we go and look at this property afterwards, we can see both of them. So I'm going to click on the open house. The date display, let's say it's going to be January 17th, 2014 from 1 to 6 p.m. Agent, you can choose which agent it is, and if you want to put extra remarks in there about the open house, maybe there's food and snacks, or maybe there is a special walkthrough that you're going to do, maybe anything extra that you want to add in here, you can add in there and submit. Now once you've done that, you're going to go to your website and view the property and refresh it. And when you do, you have your open house right here. So it shows the details about the open house. And your virtual tour is right here. So this is going to open up the virtual tour in the window the size that you wanted it to open up. So if I want to adjust the size of this window, I can go back and I can edit this, and I can tell it I want it to be maybe that big. So I can refresh, click the virtual tour, and now it's going to be a little bit bigger. So this is just an example. I just use the Google Map as the virtual tour just to be able to show you what it's going to look like. There's one other thing that you can do for the virtual tour. You can come over here and edit listing data, and you can add it here. And when you do that, the virtual tour will be added right here and right here. So this is really good to have it in several places, so you're showing it here. Now if you add the virtual tour on your site, keep in mind that no other agent is going to have that virtual tour. It makes your site become better than the next person. Then in addition, because I added the open houses, it is available on the detail property of this, but it's also going to be available here. So if I go to featured open houses now, it's going to give me a list of all the properties that have a featured open house. So it will list all the properties and the dates here for these open houses, and that way if anybody wants to see what open houses you have coming up, they can come to this page and see them right here. So that's how you're going to update the featured open houses and the featured virtual tours. Thanks for watching. Visit my website, yoursiteneedsme.com, for more information and details.